Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Gurudev,
Gurudev.
Gurudev,
Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jai Gaura Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Jai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari.
जय जय श्री गांधी रूपी गिरिधारी चैतन्य महाप्रभु की
जय।
नाथ लक्ष्मी नरसिंह भगवान की
जय।
भक्त शिरोमणि भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की
जय।
भक्त पावन श्री रघुपाल की
जय।
जय।
हरि हरि बोल।
Thank you, Prabhu, for nice. Hare Krishna. So today we'll learn about chapter 3, which is Karma Yoga. In this chapter, we'll learn more about what are the different types of karma and how we need to perform our day-to-day activities, what is right and what is wrong. All these details will be covered in this chapter today, which will cover in more detail with examples. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So once again, welcome to all. The third chapter, Karma Yoga. I hope this is the most important chapter because everyone do karma. What is karma? Karma is activities. We all engage in activities, isn't it? Today we'll be seeing how that activities bind us and how does the same activities liberate us. So we all might have heard the verse Karmanyeva Adhikaraste Ma Ganeshu, something like that. So only half we know. But what about the other part, the shloka, what Krishna is saying? So let us try to understand. First, let us start with the Mangalachara. So I request everyone to take a humble mood and first request Guru and Krishna to show their mercy on us so that we get qualified to understand this divine. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavati Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nama Om Ishtapadaya Krishna Prishta Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pataka Swami Niti Namine Nama Acharya Padaya Niti Krupabudayana Gauragatadana Dayana Garagram Tarne Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girimetpatamaham Vandeshi Shri Chaitanya Meshwar. Okay, so let us start first showing our gratitude and thanking His Divine Grace Havai Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of this ISKCON society, and by whose mercy today we are all able to understand. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So in yesterday's chapter, what did we see in the second chapter? Under the acronymy Gita, G-I-T-A, Gita, how to surrender to a spiritual master, and for surrendering, what are the key qualities that we need That is, first thing is the eagerness, then the humble, then the courage. Accept our weaknesses. Clear? Yes. Then our identity is found. So who am I? Am I this body or a spirit soul? So if I'm a spirit soul, then what is my responsibilities for this body and to the spirits? So Swadharma and Nityadharma. Yeah. Then Ananda. How to achieve permanent Ananda. That is called as bliss, not just happiness. Happiness is temporary. So we came to know that. Param Drishtuva Nivartate. When we have the higher taste, which is connected to soul, is permanent happiness. Anything which is connected to the body, it is temporary. Clear? Yes. Now further we'll go in today's chapter. Renunciation, regulated activities, exemplary life, and lust, enemy, the real enemy of us. Yeah. So as usual, every day we start with a story. So yesterday also I was saying that today I'll say a story which will make us to learn many things. How to deal with this material. What is the nature of this material? So once in a kingdom, there was a king and the minister. Both were conversing. And the king was asking the minister, my dear minister, is there any saintly person in our kingdom? Is there any great sadhu where we can go and take his shelter and guidance? The minister was saying, no, my dear master, we don't find any saintly persons in our kingdom. So hearing this, the king was very disturbed, very morose. Oh, what is this? What a kind of kingdom do I have? I don't have a sadhu in our kingdom. It's a use. A renunciant I need. So because of his, by his guidance, the kingdom can be well ruled. In this way, he was very morose. He felt little disturbed and he went back. And meanwhile, what happened? The soldiers, they are just getting a thief. They're holding a thief and coming. This thief came running towards this minister and fell at his feet. My dear master, please forgive me, forgive me. This is the only last chance you give me. So next time I'm not going to steal anything. So the soldiers are giving a complaint that this is all the things he has done. So he is punishable. Now the minister is thinking, so king needs a saintly man. Why can't I encash this thought of the king? Then he says to this thief, say, okay, fine, I'll excuse you. Not only excusing you, I'll give you a reward of 10,000 gold coins. He was so happy. Just excusing itself is sufficient and you're giving me even money. What is this? He says, I need you to do one thing. What I say, you should do that. Definitely, my dear master. Whatever you say, I'm ready to do that. He says, next day I'll come with the king. You should pretend to be a sadhu. Wear a saffron dress, sit under a tree and keep on chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The holy names of the Lord, you keep on chanting and be sitting under the tree. I'll get this king and I'll be standing behind the king. When I shake my head, no, like this, you should say no. When I say yes, then you have to say yes. Only that is. Oh, is it? It's very easy. I can do this for you. Fine. The next day morning, minister comes to the king and he says that, my dear king, your wish has been fulfilled. You are so fortunate. Yesterday you are willing to have a saintly person in your kingdom. And today there's a great saint has come. He's so renunciant, sitting under a tree and is chanting the holy names of the Lord. Many are offering many things to him. He's not accepting anything. Such a great renunciant is. Oh, hearing this, the king was so happy. Just he took a chariot, a golden chariot with 4 horses. He sat and he called even the minister come along with him and he went to meet this sadhu, saintly person. There he went. As soon as he went, the king gave prostrated obeisances to this sadhu. And then he said, what should I have done? I'm able to have darshan of such a saintly person like you. Please bless me so that I could rule my kingdom in a righteous way. In this whole way he said, and he said, oh, you're so renunciant sitting under a tree. Can I build a small house to you? And this person And from behind this minister is saying, no, say this. And he said, no, my dear master. The Supreme Lord, I am chanting this holy names of the Lord. He is there to take care of me. I don't need needs. I don't have any interest in any house or any. Oh, great. Okay, for your usage, for your expenditure, something, I'll give 10,000 gold coins. Minister is saying no. And this person is, no, my dear master, I don't need. Then he says, 20,000 gold coins I'll give you. He says, no. Then finally he says, 50,000 gold coins I'll give you, I'll offer you. From the behind, this minister is saying, yes, now you say yes first. But to his astonishment, this thief is saying, no, my dear master, I don't need. I've taken the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. I've taken the shelter of this holy name. I don't need, I don't have any interest in this. Okay, then he says, I will give you 1 lakh gold coins. Now the minister is thinking, oh, this thief is more cunning and more smarter than me. I thought of having 50,000 gold coins. He's planned for more than that, 1 lakh. Now the minister says yes. Now he'll say yes. But the thief is saying, no, I don't need this. Then the king says, okay, I'm so happy to see that you're so renounced. I'll give you half of my kingdom so that I'll be happy that you will be ruling a half portion of my kingdom. So all the subjects, all the citizens will be very pious and they'll learn good things by your guidance. And now the minister is thinking, oh, yes, more smarter than anyone else because he's trying to take even the half of the kingdom now. But this thief is saying, no, I don't need. I take the shelter of the holy name. Why do I need all this? I'm not at all interested. And even this minister has been bewildering. What is this? He's saying no for everything. Then finally the king says, I have a beautiful daughter who's like an Apsara. So you are also young. So I'll get married to you. And I'm getting old. I'll give my whole kingdom to you. And I'll go somewhere in the forest. I want to just meditate on the Lord. I'll go to Himalayas or something. You rule the kingdom. Definitely our citizens will be very happy under your guidance and under your leadership. Please to take this thing. Then now this minister is thinking, oh my God, I thought something I can do out of this thief. Now the thief is going to become the king also. And he's going to get married to this king's daughter. What an opportunity is he getting? And to his astonishment, to his surprise, the thief is saying, no, my dear Lord, I don't need anything because I have taken the shelter of this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I am so much pleased that I don't need anything of this material. Yesterday we were reading that. Param Drishtva Nivartate. I'm very much satisfied with this. I don't need anything. And finally, the king gives a postured obeisance. He says that, standing on his knee, I am so fortunate to have such a kind of sadhu, saintly person in our kingdom. Please don't leave us. Be always in our kingdom. Whatever you do, you always think that your eternal servant, I am there, always to serve you. Just give me a call. I'll be ready in front of you to serve you. And he says this, asks his permission. And finally, he says, Minister, come, let us go. And this minister leaves this king to the chariot and he says, I have a little bit work. Please, you carry me. Now this minister is in very angry mood. What kind of a fool this thief is? So many opportunities he had, but he gave up everything. The angry mood is coming. By the time it's coming near to this thief, at once gives a posterior obeisances to him. What is that? What are you giving obeisances to me? He says, you are my spiritual master. What kind of a fool are you? You had so many opportunities, you did not utilize, and you're saying, I am your guru. How is that I am your guru? Then the thief says, I have understood one confidential thing of this material nature. Till yesterday, I was a thief, falling to all the, like you also. Yesterday, I came and fell at your feet, asking for forgiveness and excuses. Today, just I'm pretending to be a sadhu. The great king is coming and giving obeisances to me. Just I've taken the shelter of the holy name. Even the king is coming and giving his obeisances. And he's trying to give something offered to me. 10,000 gold coins, he said. When I said no, it became 20,000. When I said no, it became 50. When I said no, it became 1 lakh. When I said, I don't need this. Then it became half of the kingdom. When I said no, he was ready to offer even the whole kingdom to me along with his daughter. One secret of this material world I understood. When I say no to something, I'll be getting a greater offer. I'll be getting more than that. When I say completely no to this material world, definitely I'll be qualified to enter the spiritual world, Vaikuntha. I hope you all understood this story. This story is not for the king or the thief. It is for us. We are all the thieves, stealing the energy of the Lord, stealing all the creations of the Lord, and not offering anything to the Lord. We want to be the thieves as he was. Isn't it? Yes. Once we say no to this material world, once we say no to the lower taste, Krishna will be offering us more and more and more. Finally, he'll offer his own kingdom to us. That's clear. This one story is sufficient to understand how should we lead our life. Okay, now let us go further. What Krishna is explaining in this chapter, let us. TREE, regulated activities, exemplary, and enemy. Tyaga, this renunciation can be of two kinds. That is false renunciation and real renunciation. So what is false renunciation? So Rupa Goswami in his Bhakti Rasam Sindhu, he explains this. Yukta Vairagya and Palgu Vairagya. Vairagya is renunciation. What is Palgu Vairagya? False renunciation. Giving up our activities. Renunciation means we think something to give up. No. What is real renunciation? Internally renouncing it, not the activity. See, many times we don't understand this. Even sometimes coming across this Bhagavad Gita, many will say, hey, don't Bhagavad Gita. Why? He'll become a renunciant. He'll give up everything. Only fools do that. Who don't take the shelter of a spiritual master do that. Based on their own material knowledge. They take such kind of decisions. But that doesn't, Bhagavad Gita never say that, So what is renunciation? See, a simple thing I'll say. The whole creation belongs to Krishna. Very simple. Okay, I'll give an example to understand that. For example, you're walking on a road. You see a money purse. If you're a thief, you just take that, keep into your pocket. If you're a very righteous person, you want to be always a dharmic person, what do? Arey, it's somebody's property. Why should I touch that? It's a sin taking that. You don't touch that. Isn't it? Yes. But what happens when there is a devotee with complete knowledge? Krishna says, Vidya Vinaya Sampane Brahmani. Something, it comes there. So, when a complete knowledge, a devotee, when he sees this money purse, he takes that. He sees, opens. He'll see whether there is any visiting card, anything, to whom it belongs. And finally, he'll search for him. He'll hand over to him. Among these three, who is the best, do you think? The third person, isn't it? That is real renunciation. Something giving up this material world is not really an intelligent person does. Actually, once Prabhupada, when he was in US, one person showed his spiritual masters one photo. See our Guru, how is he? They showed a big photo where there was a heap of gold coins, cash, everything was there. And he was showing his hand like this. No, I don't need anything. I'm very renunciant. I'm not interested in these things. And Prabhupada said, you get the same heap of gold coins and everything, pour in front of me. I'll just embrace everything, stating that I need everything. Everyone was shocked to hear this. Arey, Baba, you are a sadhu. You want everything. And he said, your Guru is a fool. But I know, because everything belongs to Krishna, how to utilize that in Krishna's service. I know that. That is real renunciation, not getting attached to these material things, but utilizing each and every opulence or the wealth, whatever we have in a service of the Lord. That is real renunciation. Clear? So Krishna says here, Karmendriyani samyamya ya aste manasasmaran indriyatan vimudatma mithyacharasa uchyate. Such kind of a person is called as mithyachari. Mithyachari is a pretender. See, one who restrains the senses of action, but whose mind dwells on sense objects, certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender. Many sadhus do nowadays. This is the thing. Just imitating to be a sadhu, just wearing a saffron dress, having something on their forehead and having this rudraksha, many things like this. Finally, they pretend to be sadhus, but internally they have so many desires. All the sensual desires they have. Isn't it? You can see so many cases are coming, so many things are happening. There can be a Baba, there can be a sadhu, there can be a some Swamiji, or even Maulanas, or even the fathers in the church. There's so many cases because everyone are pretending to be saintly persons, but not really saint. They wanted to renounce sin, but really they are not renunciant. Clear? So we shouldn't be like this. We should know how to engage. Sometimes even we do sometimes. We do some austerities like Mauna Vrata, some Upvasa, some this thing, some Vratas, all we do. But internally we'll be having all the desires. I wanted to eat this, I want to do that, I wanted to talk, but I will be in Mauna Vrata. What's the use of it? There's no use in pretending. You should be natural. That natural things comes when you surrender to Krishna. When you surrender to Krishna, that becomes natural to you. Yeah. Yes. Now, Krishna is saying real renunciation. What is this real renunciation? Yajñātat karmanonyatra loko yam karma bandhanaha tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. Work done as a sacrifice for Krishna has to be performed. Any work in our life has to be performed as a sacrifice to Lord Krishna or Vishnu. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. The work which you are doing, it binds us in this material world. Because for every action, there is equivalent opposite reaction. Simple. So whatever you do, there is a reaction for that. So that you are getting binded towards it. Clear? Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction. And in that way, you will always remain free from bondage. Krishna is saying. So that, Arjuna, what should you do now? You should offer all your activities to the Lord. You know, in our ancestors, how their life was led. I know about my this thing when I was very young. No? So they used to go for work and monthly they used to get the salary. They used to get the salary and keep in puja room at the lotus feet of the Lord. Everything is offered to the Lord. And finally, by the permission of the Lord for the expenditure of the house, they used to take that money and spend in the day-to-day life. So who is the master here? Krishna. They offer everything to him. This is how our actions will be, what I can say, reactionless or without any karmic results. It actually liberates us. See here, Bhagavad Gita is not about living something in our life. It is about living. How should we live in this world? Many think that, oh, by giving charity, by doing some good things, all we get liberated. No way. I'll just say a story in Srimad Bhagavatam about Nrugu Maharaj. He was such a great charitable person. It is said that in Srimad Bhagavatam, how many particles are there in this world? So many cows he has been given in charity to the Brahmanas. Just imagine, you cannot even imagine that certain things. Such a great charitable person he was. So one day what happened? A Brahmana came asking for a cow. So even the cow, how does he give? In charity, he'll decorate with a silken cloth and decorating with gold horns and with the silver ankles to the legs of the cow. In this way, he offers them. So one Brahmana came. So he asked for one cow. And the king said, And why one cow? I'll give you 1,000 cows. I'll give you 1 lakh cows. Charity said, I'm a Brahmana. I need 1 cow is I'll satisfy me. I don't need anything more. Okay, fine. A beautiful cow you took and he gave in a charity to this Brahmana. He took that cow. On that day, he just left the cow for grazing. So animals have one nature. In the night, what it does, as soon as the sunset is happening, the cows returned back to the house, It just went back to its old house, to the king's house. To the shed, to the cow shed, it has gone. Next day, this person is searching for his cow now. Next day, another Brahmana. He came to the king, he said, please, can you give me a cow? So on that day also he asked, do you need more cows? He said, no, 1 cow is sufficient. For his bad fortune, he took the same cow, gave to this Brahmana in charity. This Brahmana was taking this cow. Meanwhile, the first Brahmana, he saw this, oh, you're a thief. You're stealing my cow. He said, no, I have took this in a charity that king has given. No, yesterday king had given to me. So both these Brahmanas came to the king and they were conversing. This cow belongs to me. Now the king understood. Oh, by mistake, I have given the same cow to both of them. Then he said to the first Brahmana, my dear Brahmana, I'll give you 1,000 cows or 1 lakh cows. Please give up this cow. He said, no, I am a Brahmana. Why will I give my charity which I have received? I'm not a beggar. Giving something you're offering more, so I give up this. No, I don't do that. What has come to my as quota? So it is said in Ishopanishad, Ishavasya sarvam yatkinchi jagatyam jagatena taktena bunjita. So whatever comes to our life, accept it. Don't have anchoring for more than that what is required to our life. He says, I am a Brahman, I am self-satisfied. I don't need what I have taken in as charity, I need that. Finally, he goes to the second Brahmana. He requests the same thing. He says, no, I am a Brahmana. Why will I have more cows? I need 1 cow and I need the same cow. Can we do anything for this? Nothing can be done. So the king had given so much of charity in his life, but he was not able to please these Brahmanas. He has dissatisfied these 2 Brahmanas. As a result, in his next birth, he took the life as a lizard. In a dry well, he took birth as a lizard. And for many, many years, he was in that well. Yeah, understood? Yes. Okay, because he is such a great king and such a great charity person. It was in the pastime of Krishna, and Krishna's great-grandchildren were playing. So the ball fell into this thing. Well, they ran to Krishna and Krishna came. Just by his touch, he got liberated. So we are not so fortunate. Krishna will directly come and liberate us. We do small charity or something and we think that, oh, I'm a great person, I get liberated. No way. Till then, it is not connected to the Lord. You don't get free from the reactions. Clear? Please make a note of all these points in a book. You cannot remember all those things. So have a book and pen and make notes. So this will help you to lead your life in a bit. Okay, next. Regulated activity. Now, this is a turning point of our life. Please attentively hear this. What Krishna is saying. Yagna shishtashinas santo muchyante sarvakil vishaihi bunjate te tvagamam papa ye pachanti atmakarana. The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins. Very first point Krishna is saying, devotees of the Lord are free from sins. Why? Why Krishna is showing some partiality? No, because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Because they offer that to me first. And they take that as prasadam, not a sinful food. Okay? Whatever we prepare for our sense gratification, it is only a sin. When it is offered to the Lord, it becomes prasadam. It has the qualities to liberate us from this material world. I don't know about you on, but I've come in such a family only. Later part, it started degrading. But when I was a kid, I could see that always they used to offer. In those days, actually, every day they used to offer. Later part, the degradation started when this Mughals and Britishers, all the invasion came. They started saying this, what is this foolish? This is all superstitious, something. Finally, modernization, something in this way. Finally, they coming to this degradation portion. Then they said, why daily offering to the Lord? Let us offer on weekly days. So in my house, every Saturday they used to offer. Then later, but we became more lazy, more degraded. We thought, why every Saturday? Let us offer on festivals. That is sufficient. Now, even for festivals, we don't offer anything. It's only a show off. You see Lakshmi Puja that you do, no? In the house, just having a great decoration with new notes, having new notes and keeping Lakshmi as how much they want, they'll decorate to call the neighbors. See my house, how I am decorated. This is my bhakti, they say. No. How humbly you're offering, that is bhakti. And Krishna is saying, others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment verily eat only sin. I think now you are all a little bit bewildered. That means what are we are eating? From so many years we are eating. What is that we are eating? Only sin. Krishna is saying that. Akhilanda Koti Brahmana Nayaka, who is the creator of this whole world, he is saying this is how you have to live your life. Or else you are eating only sin. So now what should we do? So my humble request to all, from today, you start offering to the Lord. So what should I offer? I'll say this in the 9th chapter. Till then, you offer 1 glass of milk and a fruit. At least 1 banana. Banana also not with peel, not that. Have a clean plate or something. Open the banana, just cut. Mango, you cut how you eat in the same way. And take milk. You can boil the milk also. How do you drink? You drink with sugar? Fine, add some sugar. You drink plain milk? You offer plain milk. But see that you offer with tulsi. 1 leaf of tulsi on it, you offer to the Lord. And from today, you have to start this. This will purify internally, externally, chanting and offering. These 2 things is sufficient to purify our life. And in the sadhana also, from today or tomorrow, you will be getting Naivedya. Whether you are doing this offering or no. Naivedya, yes means you can write as yes. No means you can give the report as no. But please do start from today. And this will decide your destiny. Everyone have free will. Krishna has given the free will to everyone. How you utilize that free will decide your destiny. The same food which you're eating, it can make you a sinful food, only accumulating sins. And the same food which you're eating, it can even liberate you. So now a question to you. See, the free will is in you. You have that free will. You can decide how you want your life to be. See, you can see the goat. And some will say, no, many times, even without the permission of the Lord, even a single blade of grass will not move. Is it true or false? It is true. Without His mercy or without His permission, nothing can even move. Then now, how is that we can decide something? Here, question to you. You can see this goat. It has been tied with a rope and it is standing here. The question is, whose decision is this? Is it the goat's decision to stand here? Or is it the Lord's decision to stand here? So you can answer in the chat box. I'll give 1 minute for you. You can say whether it's the Lord's decision or it is the goat's decision. Meanwhile, I'll complete 1 slide and come back. Yoga ladder. Here, yoga ladder, you can see here, Vedic system is designed in such a way that we begin somewhere. Our life all begins somewhere. We can be adharmic, we can be dharmic somewhere. We might be even thieves. We can be even a normal person. We can be a businessman, whatever it can be. Somewhere you start your life. Vedic system, it takes us and climb towards perfection. Let you be a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, whatever. You can progress your life towards the perfection. That's what Bhagavad Gita teaches us. It applies to everyone. Let you be a woman, man, child, old man, whatever your age, whatever your caste, whatever your... That's never matters to Bhagavad Gita. Krishna's instruction is very clear. It applies to everyone. And you can see here, they can go from the below like karmis, those who are after sense gratification but do not follow the Vedic injunctions, who don't follow anything. Like sometimes still there are many, and sometimes even we were before. Why to follow Bhagavad Gita? Why to follow all this? I can lead however I need. Living like animals, only performing the 4 acts of eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. Ahara nidrabhayamai tunamsha samanetan pashabir narana. Just leading a life of animals. As dogs, cats, hogs, how they lead the life. The same way. Just eating, sleeping, mating, defending. That's it. That was our life. Now at least we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We are trying to understand, who am I? Why I come to this material world? What is mine? And from today, you will be starting offering to the Lord. You're going in head, one more step. Isn't it? Karma Kanda, regulated sense gratification. Regulated sense gratification, now you'll think what is good, what is wrong. So what sense gratification should I do, which I shouldn't do in this way? Then Sakama Karma Yoga, that is the next level, attached to the fruits of work and work itself. Attached to the work, attached to the fruits. As I was saying, coming and keeping in front of the Lord, and finally utilizing everything for our. So you are attached to that. This Sakama Yoga. And actually, Bhakti comes with Nishkama Karma Yoga. That is next level. And in the coming days, you'll learn that. And this is how the scriptures take us from one level to another level. This is our progression. Now we'll come back. I don't know how many I've answered. Goat, both. Yes, Lord, many are saying. So, Bhuvan has said both. But it is both. How? See, this is how. The rope, the length of the rope is the decision of the Lord. In that limit, wherever do I stand, that is the goat's decision. Clear? I hope you all understood this. And this rope length increases when you are surrendering to Krishna. And it decreases when you are not accepting his instructions, not surrendering unto him. You can see the example like great devotees like Narada Muni. He's completely liberated. He can pass anywhere in this world. All the 3 worlds, all the 14 planetary system, he can move, he can go to Vaikuntha, he can, wherever he want, he can go. But what about us? We are away from the Lord, and we cannot go to the next country also without visa, passport, all this. Isn't it? See, what is our limitations and what is the limitation of a devotee? When you surrender more and more, you get more and more liberated. Just take an example of an animal. Take a cow. When the cow is left free to graze and correctly it comes back to the house, the master will never tie any rope to his neck. If he does some mischief, something it will not accept the master, he will tie a rope. Even then it never accepts. He puts a mugdara, they say, to the nose. He'll prick the nose and he'll put one thing. Even for that, if it is very notorious, it is not accepting the master's orders, he will tie that to the leg. Have you seen that? I don't know whether you are all seen it. I can see some cows, they are tied to the leg. They cannot even run. They just limp and walk. When you don't listen to the master, he will bind you more. The same thing Krishna is doing here. You don't surrender to him. He has given a system to you. This is how you have to lead your life. And you don't follow the rules and regulations of Bhagavad Gita or the nature or the creator, you are getting binded. Your freedom is reducing day by day. And even many times we think, oh, I am free enough. In coming days, I'll say how you are binded also. Now it will be a little bit difficult to understand. Next coming days, I'll say about 3 gunas, how it is going to control us. Clear? Yes. Now you understood how to utilize our free will. We all have free will. Utilize that in the Lord's service. That means you are becoming more and more surrendering to the Lord. Then our freedom is increasing. Then our destiny is also clear to the Supreme Lord or the Supreme abode of the Lord. Okay, now let us go. Next topic is exemplary. See, this chapter is so important, one after the other, one after the other. Yad yad acharati shreshtas tat tat deva tarojanaha sayat pramanam kurute lokas tadanu vartate. Whatever action a great man performs, common men follow. And whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues us. You see this picture? Father and mother, they are doing a kirtan, and the children are just coming, joining. They are also getting some mridanga kartal, and they're playing musical instruments, and they're doing kirtan. For example, the same parents having some brandy bottle or whiskey something, one peg they're drinking. What will happen? Even the children will come, Papa, for me also one glass. They'll sit next to them, they'll drink. Correct? Simple thing. What are we teaching to our children? Never children will listen to us. What is the instructions that we are giving to him? No. Why should they follow that when we ourselves are not following it? He always sees what father is doing. Father is smoking and he says, hey, this is injurious to health. You shouldn't smoke. He'll go outside somewhere. He'll take small thing and he'll smoke. My father is doing, let me not. Why not? I should do. Correct? Yes. So now we should be an exemplary to others. And one more thing, whom are we following? Two things here. Whom are we following? Who is our hero? Somebody who's doing in a film actor is our hero. Just see his life. Always breaking all the principles. Having illicit sex. Always intoxicated. Cheating many of them. Many things, all the sinful activities he's doing. How can he be an exemplary man to me? How can he be a hero to me? Then what will I learn? Isn't it? One thing, what I'm teaching to others and what I'm learning from whom? Most important thing. Here it is said, parents, teachers, head of the state, etc. are leaders and hence expected to act in a responsible and exemplary manner because they lead the common people. Yatha Raja Tata Praja. How the king, the same thing as the citizens. For example, now our new government, they said many things free. And many were very, what I can say, fond of having free things. They elected. What will happen? How do you think they will get free? A person, see, what is your nature? The same thing the king happens. When he's giving something free to you, he gives you 10 rupees, but he also thinks, why shouldn't I have? He takes 100. You're able to understand? Only a thief encourages another thief. A sadhu encourages another sadhu. A devotee encourages for others to be a devotee. A drunkard encourages others to drink. I am a thief. I need something. So I'll encourage you. I'll give you something free. You also take this. Just see what happens to us. How we are so ignorant, not able to understand certain things. So whom are we following? And the teachers, nowadays teachers, those days when Gurukula was there, they used to live their life as an exemplary. Seeing the teachers, they give posted obeisances. Later part, what happened? The schools started and the teachers, they were just for the namesake. And today's teachers, only for money, how much salary I'm getting. They are least bothered, what is the life of my student? If you are such kind of a teacher, what is the use? And you see nowadays colleges and schools, what is happening? Some lady teacher, she comes and she'll be little young enough. So this boy sitting backside, they're just putting rackets on her. No respect for the teacher. They are the representative of the Supreme Lord, Teacher is a representative. King is a representative. Father is a representative of the Lord. So you should give them the equal respect as you give to the Lord. But nowadays, what is happening? Even the teachers are degraded. Even the students are degraded. What kind of atmosphere are living now? No Bhagavad Gita, no life. See, till the end, I'll give this example. No Bhagavad Gita, no life means how many ways we are getting degraded. Choose your leader carefully. Use the principles taught by the Gita to identify a proper teacher. I said yesterday itself. Who is the teacher? Who is having a spiritual master and who has surrendered to him. Who is a slave of his spiritual master is qualified to be my guru. Not that they just boom like without having anyone, without having any qualities or qualifications. No way. They should show as an exemplary their activities. Then I should surrender to him. Not to a fool or not to a cheater should I surrender. Somebody is pretending to be a sadhu or pretending to be a guru. I shouldn't surrender to such kind of persons. But nowadays there are so many societies and so many things, they just boom up one day. Coming out, oh, new society has started, a new variety of spirituality, something like this. You ask him, who's his guru? He says, oh, I have come by myself. No guru I am. They are all cheaters. Please do understand. And it will never reveal till the end. You fall down, you spoil your life, everything. Then it will be revealed after 10 years, 20 years that this person is a cheater. Rather, Bhagavad Gita is saying, today you decide who should be your guru. Whom should you follow? See here, Srila Prabhupada. When he went to America, they were all hippies, you know. They surrendered their life to spiritual master, like Srila Prabhupada. And today you should see their life. They are guiding the whole world. They are Maharaj. They are sannyasis, preaching all over the world. They were hippies. They were drunkards. They were womanizers. So many bad qualities they had. Just taking the shelter at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. Their life, they are Mahatmas now. So many millions of them fall to their feet. Take the shelter because of their guidance. Whom are we taking shelter? Clear? There are many here. You can see another picture. There's a wolf in the form of a sheep. Like this, you get many in your life who wants to cheat you, want to utilize you into their life. But Guru is never bothered, you know. You surrender to him, give to him, he is least bothered. He always chastises you. He is a real Guru because he needs goodness. Something wrong I do, he chastises. But other person who's a cheater, he doesn't do that because he needs something from us. He'll be always pleasing words to us. That's it. Clear? Remember, only a proper student can become a proper teacher. Clear? Yes. Now next. Mayi sarvani karmani sanyasya dhyatma chetasa nirashir nirmamo bhutva yudhyasva vigatachvara. Therefore, O Arjuna, surrendering all your works unto me with full knowledge of me, without desires for profit, with no claims to proprietorship, and free from lethargy, fight. Now Krishna is instructing to Arjuna. Arjuna, what is your prescribed duty as a kshatriya? You have to fight. You fight. But the results you give to me. Karmanyevadikaraste ma paleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbur mate sangostva karmani. Krishna is never saying that you work. Many right now. Work is God. Kaya kave, kailasa. You just work as a donkey. That is sufficient. That is what Krishna is saying. No, he never said that. Krishna says, yes, that is your duty. That is your responsibility. You do that, but offer the results to me. Don't expect the result. If you're expecting the result, how can that be, what I can say, work is God? It cannot be. So not only work, even our responsibilities like father, like mother, son, brother, sister, whatever. How are we doing it? Are we expecting something from my son? Putting him to a good school, convent school, that, this, so many things. Why? In future, he'll give me something. No, it is something like a butcher. I want my son to be this so that one day I can slaughter him. No, without any expectation. When you're expecting and something you're taking care of a child, the same mood is going to him. The end also he'll think, what will my father give if I take care of him? He's useless, nothing can give, just you throw him in some anath ashram or something. So how are we taking care of a child? What is the mood that I'm giving without any expectation? For his benefit, you have to see. Many think, yes, I'm doing for his benefit. See, I don't have sufficient time to explain this. So, but still, when I get remembrance, I'll say that once in a ashram, in ISKCON temple. So many brahmacharis come and join after hearing this Bhagavad Gita. All they say, no, I want to completely surrender to Krishna. They come. Actually, they guide them. No, you go take care of your family, that, this. And many will say, no, I'll be here. So, okay. And they'll have good training. So once what happened, one boy came and joined ISKCON. And his mother came running, screaming. Oh, she was crying like anything. I cannot leave my life without my son, even for a day. You can see only my dead body without my son. And finally, all the devotees started convincing this boy, you please do go with your mother. Otherwise, we cannot see your mother crying like this. He said, no, I can be. And finally, she said, no, I cannot be even for one moment without my son. I want to take him back. Finally, everyone convinced the boy and they sent him. He used to come. They said, okay. They convinced the boy, you can be in house. You can come weekly, attend the classes, attend the programs, chant, offer like this. And you can lead a good life as a devotee. Not that you have to come and join the temple. You can be in your house. They sent him. They convinced and sent him. He came for a few days. Later part, he stopped coming. He was doing engineering. Later part, he stopped coming. And this devotees, they waited for many months like this. Why this person is not coming? Let us go and see him, his house. Why he's not coming? They went to the house. The boy was not there. And the mother was very happy. They asked, what happened? Where is your son? She said, oh, my son, he got a job in US. He's working there. As such and such a big post he has got. So he's working there. She was very happy. Can you understand some subtle thing here? She came and cried that I cannot live without my son even for a moment. And now she has sent her son to US because he can earn. She can say to her neighbors that my son is in US. But here, she cannot say my son is in a temple. Isn't it? Without expectation, we have to take care of the children, not with expectations. So that is the same mood they will cultivate. Then finally they'll think, what is the benefit I'll get from my mother and father? Now how we are taking care of them, the same thing, the same consciousness goes to them. No? Isn't it? Yes. Now, why perform your prescribed duty and not others? Why perform your prescribed duty and not others? Now Krishna is saying to the next topic, steadiness, social organizing, natural pushing. So we have our nature, we have our, what I can say, gunas, modes. So how it pushes us from within, the same way. Prakriti kriyamana nigune karmani sarvasha ahankara vimuratma kartam iti manyate. So the Prakriti, the three modes, pushes us from within. The same way, based on our nature, we do our activities. This is based on Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. A person who is a Brahmana should be a Brahmana. A person who is a Shudra should be a Shudra. He cannot change based on his own this thing. Today, what has happened? And many will question, why such kind of thing? Why there should be like this? See here, Krishna is saying, Shreyan swadharmo viguna paradharma swanushtitat swadharme nidanam shreya paradharmo bhayavaha. It is dangerous going to another one or another's nature. It is far better to discharge one's prescribed duties, even though faultily, than another's duty perfectly. Destruction in the course of performing one's own duty is better than engaging in another's duties, for to follow another's path is dangerous. I hope you all cannot understand. This is very, very complicated thing, but I'll give you a small example to understand. So once there was a hospital, veterinary, what I can say, animal hospital. Veterinary hospital is there. There, a rich man brought his horse and he was crying, my dear doctor, please take care of this horse. I have spent so much lakhs on this horse. I purchased this newly and today it is not eating. From 3 days, it is not eating anything. Please do take it. Then the doctor checked. and he asked, there was a compounder. He asked the compounder, get a hammer. The compounder gave a hammer. He just saw the neck of that horse and just tapped on it. After a few minutes or hours, it started eating the grass. Oh, this owner of the horse was so happy. My dear doctor, you have saved me because I have spent so much money on this. It's a race horse. Then he gave 10,000 rupees for him. Then he took the horse. And this compounder is seeing, just taking a hammer and tapping is getting 10,000 rupees. And whole month I work under him. He gives only 2,000 rupees me as a salary. Why shouldn't I open a veterinary hospital? Next day he went out, he started in one hospital. And he had only one treatment, What was that? Taking a hammer and tapping on the throat of the animal. That is the only treatment he knows now. Now he goes there, one person gets his cat. My dear doctor, see this cat is not drinking milk. No problem. I have a treatment. And he just takes the hammer, taps on the throat. What will happen to the cat? You all know that. Meow, meow, it will die there. And everyone became very much disturbed. Okay, next another person came with a dog. Doctor, this dog is suffering from fever. Please take it. No problem. I have treatment. He took a hammer, tapped on the throat of the dog. And that dog also going just dead there itself. And all the members of that village, they started chasing this person. To save his life, he came running towards this doctor. And he said, doctor, please save me, please save me. Everyone are chasing me. Yes, what happened? This is what happened. He explained everything. Then he said, a fool. What happened to that horse? It has just swallowed some melon, that is watermelon or some melon. It is swallowed. It is stuck in the throat. So I checked it and tapped the through hammer. That has been broken. It has been, now it's able to swallow completely. Now it is eating grass. So that was a treatment. It is not the same treatment to all. I hope you understood. Compounder should be a compounder only. He cannot be a doctor. Now, many will ask a question. Why? Compounder should be only a compounder? No. Even he can do the education required like MBBS or whatever it has to be done. It can be done. He can get qualified. Then he can become a doctor. The same way, Brahmana, please don't think Brahmana is a person comes from birth. He should be from qualities. Chaturvarnya maya sushtam guna karma vibhagashaha. So our activities. But today what is happening? Brahmanas are very simple, very intellectual persons or Brahmanas. Intellectual persons, actually, they should engage themselves in the Lord's service as doctors, as teachers, as administrators. In this way, they should guide others and they should lead a life. Vaidyo Narayana, they say, doctor is a representative of Narayana. They treat a doctor as Narayana. In those days, doctors, they don't charge. They do that as a service. But the patients, by their willingly, something they'll offer to them. And the teachers, Gurukula, they don't charge. It's completely free. They do that as a service, as a Lord's service. And the students, they offer something to their wish. This is how it was going on. But today what is happening? Doctor is a Brahmana, very simple. You understand, one example sufficient for you. But now he is behaving like a Shudra. Shudra is a person who always works for some salary, for some benefit. Somebody is doing for some benefit is a Shudra. Some is doing selflessly is a Brahmana. Doctors should be Brahmanas, but today they are behaving like Shudras. So hospitals have become a business point. It's only a business. I hope now you all understand. Brahmana should be a Brahmana. Shudras should and must be a Shudra. Or else there'll be a chaos in our life, in our society. That is what is happening. All the Brahmanas are taken the position of Shudras, always for their own benefit. Nobody you can find selfless, even intellectual persons or whoever it is. So this is our life. So Krishna is saying that you be in your terms. Yes, everyone have the opportunity to get liberated, even a Shudra. In coming days, and so all those things. Now Arjuna asks it for us. He's asking another question here. A question that pops in all of our minds also. We're hearing so many things. we also want to be like this, isn't it? And many times it will not happen. Why is that? So Krishna is saying it. Even though I know the best course of action, but what is that impels me to act improperly and against my good intelligence? You can see this alarm. Many you can see in this group, there's so many numbers, but attending to the class, it's very little. Why is that? You can see this alarm. They keep the alarm. From tomorrow, I should wake up early morning and attend this Bhagavad Gita session. And today also they have thought. After alarm comes, they'll tap. 5 minutes. They'll tap. Let me sleep for 5 minutes. I hope they're still sleeping now. They are not able to attend. Are they bad? No. Even they wanted to attend. Even they wanted to attend the sessions, this Bhagavad Gita. Even they wanted to elevate themselves, come out of this material entanglement, all those things. Why it is not happening? Can you guess the answer? Who is doing this? Why is this happening in our life? Krishna says, the enemy of us is lust. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kamayesha Krodhayesha Rajo Guna Samudbhavaha Mahashano Mahapapma Vidyenami Havairinam. Now you'll be all thinking, how is this? I am sleeping and that becomes enemy. How is that? You have a lust within you. What is that lust? A desire, a strong desire that I should sleep. The laziness, I should sleep for another 5 minutes. The alarm is saying, this is the time to wake up, get up, or else you'll be missing this Bhagavad Gita session. You say, only 5 minutes I'll sleep. The lust is controlling us. I hope you understood. Yesterday I said, what is the meaning of lust, isn't it? Yeah. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, it is lust only, Arjuna, which is born of contact with the material modes of passion. Yesterday you know that. Dhyayato Vishyan Pumsa Sangat Sanjayate Kama. You are seeing more, contemplating more on the material objects. What happens? You develop attachment, then that attachment transforms to lust. And later transformation into wrath, that is anger, and which is the all-devouring sinful enemy of this world. No need to have more explanation of this because yesterday we heard a story. After anger, what happens to a family? Yes. Now, 3 coverings of lust. You can see this: fire covered by smoke, mirror covered by dust, embryo covered in womb. This lust develops, makes us more ignorant. When we have more of desires, for example, Prabhupada gives the example here. Fire covered by smoke is something human beings. And here mirror covered by dust is animals. Embryo covered by womb is trees and mountains. Even trees and mountains have life, but they're helpless. They cannot do anything. Their consciousness is very, very sad. They cannot. And animals, it's okay. For some extent, it is okay. But they cannot realize what is life. But human being is something. Smoke or fire within the smoke. At once somebody explains this Bhagavad Gita, you can come out of it. You'll be able to come out of it. Isn't it? Yes. But when our lust becomes more, our desire starts becoming more and more and more, our next life will be animalistic life because to fulfill our desires. Okay. And if you are more thicker, the lust is, the thicker consciousness, the subtle consciousness you become. Then finally you take a birth as a tree or a plant or something like that. Even a mountain also. Clear? Yes. Now, lust never satisfied and it cannot be satisfied. Yesterday we saw. Once you don't fulfill the desire, the lust transforms to wrath or anger. If you satisfy it, transforms to greed. There's no satisfaction. There is no end to lust. So before it transforms to lust, we should have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. It can protect us. Whether is it required to me or no. Whether it is needed to me, no. In that way, you should judge what is. For example, you go to a mall. You have only one desire. That is, I need some sugar, 1 kilo of sugar. But you enter a mall, what happens? There's so many advertising things, left, right, top, down, all the places. Finally, you come out of the mall without sugar. rather purchasing many other items other than sugar. You have forgotten for what sake you have gone inside. Isn't it? No. This happens when you don't have this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. You are letting loose your senses. However, the senses want, it can control you. You are not controlling the senses. Once you are having this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, you are very much focused. You need sugar, you go to the mall, there are hundreds of items, but still you choose only sugar, you buy that, come out. Then you think that you are really strong. If you're not able to do that, definitely you are weak. You are getting very much attracted to many things, which are unwanted things. Many times we purchase and finally think, why did I purchase? There's a 50% discount, 80% discount, this, and you don't have cash, there is a card. Even that now UPI has come. I have a phone, you can keep on purchasing. World is, the atmosphere is in the same way, but without knowledge, even we are getting weaker. Okay, Krishna is saying, Avrutam jnanam etena jnanino nityavairina kamarupena kaunteya dushpurena chalena cha. Thus, the wise living entities, pure consciousness becomes covered by his eternal enemy in the form of lust, which is never satisfied and which burns like fire. We are always pure. The spirit soul is pure, but our desires make us ignorant. That is the enemy. That is a real enemy. It keeps on covering on us, keeps on covering the reality that I am eternal servant of Krishna. Jivera Surapohoi, Krishna Ranityadas. It makes me to forget that. Always think that I am this body, I am great, I am great, I am great. But never we realize that the real greatness is with the Lord. And I am his servant. My prime duty as a human being is to serve him. It never makes us to remember. That's why we need a spiritual master who guides us alive. And he makes, this is your perfection. This is how you have to lead your life. Clear? Yes. Now defeat the enemy. Now you came to know where is our enemy. Where is he sitting? You can see here. Senses, mind, intelligence is sitting in 3 places. One is sitting on the senses, on the mind, subtle, and is sitting on the intelligence also. To defeat him. How to defeat? The senses, the mind, and the intelligence are the sitting places of this lust. Through them, lust covers the real knowledge of the living entity and bewilders him. When you have a desire, just think. For example, now you are desiring for a sari or for a sweet, you can think. Some jamun you want to drink, eat. You're going past a sweet stall and that jamun is 10 rupees. But in your pocket, you have only 5 rupees. You don't have it. You don't have, okay, fine, you'll give up and you go. But when you have 10 rupees, same thing somewhere near the sweet stall you're coming. The intelligence works, the mind works, remembrance comes. Yes, I had a desire that I want to eat jamun. Now I have 10 rupees. There is jamun. Yes, purchase. Understand how it is making, get trapped into it? Our enemy is sitting on senses, mind, and intelligence. He is controlling us. Now our duty is to defeat that enemy. That is called as lust. How to defeat it? Krishna says, see, regulate the senses. First, regulate the senses. Understand what to eat, what not to eat. And today, from today, you came to know it should be offered. If it's not offered, I'm not going to eat this because it is a sin. So I cannot eat this. Very simple. So of the 3 senses are the easiest to control because they are the grossest. A little brush from the last chapter. Yesterday, Dhyayato Vishyan Pumsa Sangha Sanjayate Kama. Kama, lust comes from through contemplate. That the senses objects. Seeing the sense objects and contemplating on it and thinking of it and finally wanted it. That is lust. Clear? Yes. And now the third plan, knowledge. As I said, before it transforms to lust, you have to give the knowledge whether I need this or no. While entering the mall, I need sugar. That is it. There can be hundreds and thousands of items in the mall. Never bothered. I need sugar. That is it. That is intelligence. Enter, purchase, come out. I don't know how strong you are. You can experiment in your life. How strong are you? Have a list and go inside. Whether you purchase only that or you purchase anything. Many times mind will start working. Alright, somebody said, what talent he has, what head he is having. Now this is important for me. I should purchase this, and it is getting 50% discount. Later part, you may not get this. You purchase this, it will say. Even after hearing this, you go there, purchase something, all different things, and you come out. This is what it happens. Because the mind, intelligence, and senses is controlling us. We are not able to control that. Yeah? Yes. So strengthen the intelligence by chanting, hearing, reading, discussing, and applying Shastra. So regularly chanting. I don't know how many are chanting regularly. Please do chant regularly. One round. If you are really wanted to progress in your life, 2 rounds, 4 rounds, you can increase your rounds. Yeah. See, myself, I chant 20 rounds. But Srila Prabhupada said minimum 16 rounds. So, but newcomers cannot do. You can increase. And from today, you can start offering to the Lord milk and fruit. Build a relationship with the Lord. And every day read Bhagavad Gita, or even Srila Prabhupada has some small books. Purchase it. Read. Understand what is life. You can very easily defeat our enemy. That is lust. Clear? Yes. And there is a formula for this, A, B, C, D. A is association with the right sattvic people, that is devotees. You associate with a drunkard, you learn drinking. You associate with a gambler, you learn how to do gambling. A womanizer, you learn the same thing. You associate with a devotee, he will teach how to chant, how to offer, how to lead a good life, how to be righteous in your life, sattvic, all these things you will start learning. And books. Read Bhagavad Gita regularly, or even small books, as I was saying, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. This all gives us the knowledge. You'll understand how should I lead my life, what is the purpose of human life. Every day, but sharpen your weapon. Not that becomes, see, one day you hear, the next day you don't hear. It becomes very, what I can say, it will not be sharp enough. So every day, really. Clear? Then chant the names of the Lord. It purifies us. Cheto darpanam arjan bhava mahadav agni nirvapanam. Chant regularly, every day chanting, especially morning chanting. Really, it is very good. Because it is Brahma Murta. Brahma Murta time, the morning time is sattvic. Clear? Then diet. Watch what you eat. Are you eating sin or prasadam? Now from today till the 9th chapter, you'll be breaking your head. Prabhu said to offer milk and fruit, but now I'm eating something else other than that also. What am I eating now? So you'll be frustrated till the 9th chapter now, how to offer, what to eat, what. Can I offer everything? I'm saying no, you cannot offer everything. In the 9th chapter, I'll say what to offer, what not to offer. Till then, you'll be breaking your head. I'm eating sin, but what to do? I should. But our whole life, we have eaten only sin. Also, you should understand. But from today, you should start offering milk and fruits. Okay? Yes, thank you. So, 3rd chapter, what all we learned? Yeah, first the renunciation, true renunciation, false renunciation, and how to regulate our activities. Then exemplary, whom should we see and how should we behave? How exemplary we should we be? And the lust, who is our real enemy? Not the neighbors, not my boss. Our real enemy is our lust, who is sitting within us. He controls us so much. So this Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam chanting helps us to win over this enemy. Now, what is for tomorrow? Tomorrow, another important transcendental knowledge. Tomorrow, we'll be seeing about the transcendental knowledge. So, eternal knowledge, accurate understanding, and reactionless karma and surrender. Tomorrow, many of our misconceptions will be about Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, and those things. And whomever you worship, you get the same result. Many things. So, we have deviated our lives in so much. We are away from our real life now. And nowadays, to just hear the reality itself, it's difficult to digest. You see, practicing is a very long, far away. Even to hear and digest itself is becoming difficult. So far we have come to our reality life, to our real life. Okay, now I request everyone to attend to the whistling, please. Okay, then now let us chant once Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And Lord is saying this to Narada Muni. In Padma Purana it is given. Naham tishtami vaikunte yoginam hrudayeshu va tatta tishtami narada yatra gayanti mad bhaktaha. You want the Lord to be in your house? Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Read Bhagavad Gita. He will be sitting along with you. Not in the heart. Next to you, he'll be sitting. That's what Krishna is saying. Have association of the devotees. Be among the devotees. Do bhajans, do kirtans. With family, you do the kirtan. Sufficient, he will be sitting among you. I am not in Vaikuntha, he's saying to Narada Muni. Narada Muni, I am not in Vaikuntha, nor in the hearts of the yogis. Yogis are meditating for many millions of years. Still, I am not in their heart. I remain where my devotees engage in glorifying my activities. That is the only happiness for the devotees, always discussing the pastimes of the Lord, chanting the holy names of the Lord. Krishna resides in that house, not the house. He'll be along with you wherever you go, as your shadow. He'll be always with you. Please do take devotional service. I have experienced in my life. I hope many other devotees who are existing here, they are also experienced. And you are joining to this group. If you have some doubts also, there are many other devotees, you can ask them. They will say how their life have been changed. But you have to practice. You cannot be lazy without doing anything and you have expecting transformation. It will never happen. Without chanting, without offering, without following anything. You wanted everything, good things, but nothing I'll do. Never it will happen, you know. Something. In Kannada it is said, Kai kesaradare bai masaru. Something you have to work hard, then we get the root of it. Isn't it? Yes. So this is our Lakshmi Narasimha, and there is Giridhara. This is our ISKCON HPL. So now any questions, you can raise your hand. Meanwhile, you can see some announcements from church. Okay, Hare Krishna. Prabhu, any announcements, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, thank you for the wonderful explanation. So, announcement wise, Prabhu, we got a report of yesterday. I think only 20 odd people, devotees have participated in quiz and Chapa.
Okay.
Best all others.
It is their free will. It is their free will not to attend or to attend. But utilize it in a good way. You also have the freedom and free will whether to attend or not to attend. But you can see. I request everyone, each and everyone who's attending the session, please do attend, participate in the quiz, then the feedback, chanting, and from today, offering. That is Naibed. Yeah. Yes.
And there is one question. From yesterday's feedback is like, does it make any?
One more announcement.
Yes, ma'am.
So yesterday it was Ekadashi, and today it is Dwadashi. Fast breaking time is there. I don't know how many observed Ekadashi. If you observe, today's fast breaking time is 5:54 to 8:35. That is, you can think as 6 to 8. In these 2 hours, you have to break. It means you can offer something to the Lord and break through it. Still you're not started offering. So some grain item, you can offering, I don't know. I'll say in the 9th chapter, then I don't want to break this. Still you can break at this time. Okay. Yes. Yes, Prabhu, please.
Yes, Prabhu. The question is like, does it make any difference if I chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra without Japamala? Common question.
Yes. So without Japamala, if you chant, what happens? It cannot be Japa. No? Without beats, it cannot be Japa. It becomes Smaranam. Smaranam, always meditating on the Lord when you're working, that's what Purandara Dasa says, no? Dariyannu nadiyuvaga Krishnayana varade, Maguvannu lalisuvaga Krishnayana varade, Bharavannu yettuvaga Krishnayana varade, Nintare kuntare Krishnayana varade, sitting, standing, walking. Why can't you chant the holy name of the Lord? While you're playing with the kids, when you're lifting some weight, whatever you're doing, why can't you say Krishna is saying? So that is Smaranam, always remembering the holy names of Krishna. But japa is exclusively on the beats. Why? Japa is, what is a precious thing in our life? Most precious thing is time. How much ever millions of dollars or millions of this thing, you cannot get even a second back. What has been past is past. Such precious time, exclusively it has to be given to Krishna. That is known as japa. Clear? No two works at a time. The smaranam is cooking, smaranam, chanting, whatever you're doing, you can keep on doing it. But japa is exclusively giving the time to the Lord. So on the beats, chant Hare Krishna. Even the mind should be completely focused. We should be only hearing. Hearing is more important. Yeah, I did not say that tips somewhere in the japa session I've seen. The 4 P's I will say. So sitting posture and the pronunciation and the pace and the mood of prayer, all those things. Chanting means chant louder so that you should be able to hear your words clear. That means you're making your mind to sit there. Okay? Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, one more question is from Vaishnavi Mataji. I am not sure whether it is relevant here. She is asking what is the right path of career for her. She has done 12th. Vaishnavi Mataji is on video, is available now. She want to ask that.
Where is Vaishnavi Mataji?
Vaishnavi Praveen.
Vaishnavi
Mataji, you can ask your
You
question.
can unmute Mataji. You can unmute and ask.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
So now I have a lot of options and I exactly don't know what to choose.
Hmm.
So how do I know what is
What
right
options
for
we have?
me?
What is that options we have?
I have done my science, I have PCMB. Either I can take a drop and try for medical again, or I can do Ayurveda or veterinary.
Yes. So here you have to see what is your nature. So what pleases you? What kind of education or what kind of work pleases you? Where you can be happy? Please don't think where I can earn. Don't think that where I can earn more. No, that is not life. What's the use? You'll be earning more, but your whole life you won't be happy there. What is the use? So that is materialistic kind of saying. But you see, which pleases you. It becomes, that is our nature. It is already inbuilt. So that nature makes me happy. Money will not give us happiness. Happiness comes from within. So materially also you should be happy means choose a job or this thing like field where you will be happy by doing it. Okay. Yes.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay. Any other question?
No questions, bro. But I do not see any questions during the session. People can ask questions in any of the language if they are hesitant in asking English or something.
Yes.
They can ask in Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, Hindi, anything.
I'll be able to answer it.
Prabhuji knows all the languages.
Okay.
Telugu is his favorite.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
No one have any
No
questions.
more questions.
Fine, thank you. So yesterday I saw a message that complete by 7 o'clock. Hardly I'll take 10 minutes more because it has to be conveyed properly. So hardly I'll take 10 minutes more. Please bear with me. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for giving your valuable time and giving your association to us. Okay, now let us chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra and wind. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you. So now I'll give the option to unmute yourself. You can unmute and say once Hare Krishna and leave the session.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hema Mataji, Hare Krishna. Rajat Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Kirtiraj Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Kavita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mamata Mataji, Hare Krishna. Leelavati Mataji, Hare Krishna. Nana Jagi, Hare Krishna, Satish Prabhu.
Hare
Yes. Okay. Thank you to all. Kirtiraj Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Anil Prabhu,
Hare
Chandra Prabhu, Sharada Mataji, Hare Krishna to all.
Hare
Hare Krishna Prabhu,
This session.
Hare Krishna,
Pramod
Hare
Prabhu, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna Prabhu, Anil Prabhu, Pramod Prabhu, Hare Krishna to all. Thank you all for joining the session. We'll continue with chapter for tomorrow. Hare Krishna. We'll end the session.
Yes, Prabhuji.